Hey, Kevin here, top wanted financial advisor and best-selling author, and we are here to talk about the stock market. It's Thanksgiving. We'll keep this video short. I'm going to keep it real valuable, as we always do. But this is what you need to know right now. Okay, so remember that one of the biggest keys of investing, but also one of my secrets to success. I don't know if it's a secret because we talk about this Monday through Friday, but hey, one of the things is you have to, I think it was a Wayne Gretzky quote, that you have to really skate to where the puck will be, right? If you're a hockey person, I've never watched a hockey game, but you guys get the point. But again, you want to move where the market is moving, not when the market is moving, but I want to be there, right? I want to beat the market to the spot. So just today, or I'm recording this the day before Thanksgiving, but there was a report that just came out by CNBC that Federal Reserve is considering raising interest rates if inflation continues to go too high. What are companies that benefit when inflation goes high? Y'all know I've been talking about it. It's banks. Okay, so if they're looking at raising interest rates at some point in 2022 and 2023, now is the time to consider that. The same way that we're talking about retail stocks in the summer, right? Back then was the time to consider it. We've been talking about infrastructure since March. Infrastructure just got signed into law maybe last week or earlier this week. Back then was the time to consider it. So what is the case outside of banks? Put that aside for now. Where are the places that make sense going into 2022 and beyond? I think this is really a long-term play. However, it is a play that you want to consider. That is cybersecurity. Okay, I've probably touched on this topic a little bit when we're talking about the metaverse, and we'll do a larger video on metaverse stocks and all that kind of stuff. However, we know this to be true, right? The more that we move in a tech space, the more that we go into this metaverse space thing, whether it's 2 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever it's going to be, the more important cybersecurity is going to be. We already saw the pipeline on the Eastern oil pipeline or whatever, that got hacked. They had to pay money in Bitcoin. Right? We see more of us being online and working from home, Microsoft Teams, all these things. That's more tech focused. It is more important to have a cybersecurity company or to be more cybersecurity aware, if that's a term. My hometown, Tulsa, Oklahoma, got hacked. I think Baltimore or something like that. A lot of little tiny, I wouldn't say tiny, a lot of cities have gotten hacked and locked out of their systems to pay water bills. They're hacking everybody but Sally Mae, basically. And we have seen these things not go well. Robinhood had a cyber attack not too long ago. They were selling, I think it's like 7 million accounts for like $100,000. This happens. It is the norm. Unfortunately, it is going to become worse in the future. That means that there's an opportunity for you as an investor to slide yourself in early, relatively early, because these have been happening for a little bit. So 2 companies are on my watch list. One I currently invest in. I am considering really putting a whole lot more into it, but that is CrowdStrike, and I have my notes here. So that is CRWD, and then Palo Alto Networks, I think, and that is PANW. Those are 2 companies I'm looking into right now. Both have a strong growth record last 6 months and over the past 12 months. And again, think of where the market is going. If everybody is talking about the metaverse, right, and there are plenty of companies that you can invest in that can profit from that. But the thing that you have to look at is what types of things you need to have for the metaverse to work. What are the materials? What are the systems? What allows the metaverse to work in the way that it should or will work in the future? Cybersecurity is one of those things, whether it's from a company perspective, which they're obviously going to look into it, whereas a government perspective, which they should definitely be looking into it. You want to make sure that is the most secure thing in the world, and so on. School districts, banks, all of this stuff has to have some cybersecurity factor to it, and those are just 2 companies at the top of my list that you want to consider. Now, if y'all want a bigger, more in-depth breakdown, we're actually going to use CrowdStrike in our CRAM review, CRAMM. That is a yearly service that I do where we break down 2 companies a month, and we do the entire spectrum of what's the entry price if you want to decide to do a trade. What does the company do? Why does it make sense? Is this something that we can rely on for the long term? All that stuff is inside of the CRAM sessions. I'll put the link below if you haven't seen it already. Generally, it's $250 per year, 2 companies a month. But if you use the code CRAMM, CRAMM, you can save $100 on the first year subscription. Also, that expires. It expires tomorrow, which is Black Friday. So you might want to hop on that now. So I'm really excited for it. We're going to start on December 1st with that. But those are the two companies you want to have on your watch list for cybersecurity. And again, this is a long-term play. Cybersecurity is going to be a thing, and it is damn near inevitable. Similar to interest rates, you can't stop it, right? Interest rates have to rise at some point. You got to be more secure, especially if you are moving forward into the metaverse and other things that people have been talking about for a little bit now. And again, we've already seen, metaverse or not, right? We have seen how bad these hacks can be and how costly they can be. These companies have a very easy sales proposition. Pay us to keep you safe so you don't have to pay them. That's pretty simple. All right, that is it for me. I will talk to y'all tomorrow on Friday. We'll talk about the stock market. We'll see, because I don't be knowing what the news is going to be in the future. So we'll talk about it when that time comes. All right, so for me, talk to you guys tomorrow.